Hi guys, I welcome us again to today's quick training guide. So basically today we are going to be discussing about migration from Google Drive to SharePoint site, all right? So I will just go straight into it. So this is my Google Admin Center. That's my Google Admin Center, and you have the different users. I have Adele, Alex, and all of them. So they have their respective Google Drives, and just part of what I did was to just make sure that I upload some documents. So you see it, I make sure that I upload some documents to their respective drives, right? Just in a bit to be sure that there are data inside it. So from there, I can now try to migrate this data from their respective Google Drive. So just basically the same set of data, but in different drives, right? So that was what I did. And I had to navigate to the Microsoft Admin Center. And then I went to SharePoint, scroll down, click on SharePoint. And then SharePoint is going to load. Just give me some bit of time, and let's see. Okay, it's coming up, and yeah, so it has loaded, and then I went to active sites. So I already had a site that I created called HR. So I will just click on HR sites. It's going to open in a new tab, and then I created a document library. I created a document library called Google Drive Migration. So how did I create this document library? Just for the benefits, and this is what I did. I just went straight to the gear icon, went to site contents, and then when I went to site contents, allow it to load, click on new, and then I clicked on document library, and then I'm going to let me just call this migration, right? So I'll just click on create. It's automatically going to be added to this very library or to these very parts. So that's just it. So that is how I created this Google Drive migration. And then inside it, I now have to start creating different folders inside. So that was how I got to create all these 4 folders. So basically, I'll be migrating the Google Drive data of these users: Adele, Alex, Joanna, and Ms. So Ms happens to be the global admin or the super admin from Google. So, which is the account that I used to sign into, right? So I'll be migrating my data as well. So this is it. This is my data in Google Drive. So I'll just proceed to the migration of this information. So I'll just click on migration, and then I'm going to allow it to load. Just give it some time, it's going to load. So I'll just click on Google Workspace. So just to give it some time to load. So just click. So it's connecting, it's trying to connect or trying to open the Google Workspace environment. So invariably, it happens to be that I'm yet to connect to Google, right? So I'll just click on connect to Google Workspace, click on install certificates, and then I'll click on admin install, continue, scroll down, click on everyone at your organization, agree to the policy, and then click on finish. So I'm just gonna hold on. So I'm like, okay, it's already done. I'll just go back to the previous tab, all right? And then I would try to refresh to see. Okay, just give it a bit of time. Since I've already installed it here, so I'll just go back to the previous tab and then wait for it to see if it has connected. So so it happens to be that it has connected, right? So let me see, connected drives. So yes, it has connected. So let me see, view drives, potential errors. Okay, so I'm not going to bother or worry about this. I'll just delete all this. Okay, and then everything is looking like it's new now, right? So I will just proceed to click on drive. I will then click on add drive paths, then click on all new drives, automatically scan the drives, and then click on add. So I'm just going to allow it to scan the drives, loading Google Drives, right, from the Google Admin Center or the Google Workspace. So I'm just going to give you some time for the provision to be done. And yes, it has indicated, or it has highlighted a couple of user accounts that have been provisioned or that have been provisioned in the Google Workspace environment, right? So when I come back here, it's saying queued. So from queued, once it has completed, it's going to show completed. So it's trying to take its time to read the files or folders, if there's any folder, the files and folders in these libraries. So just for the benefit of doubt, you can see it has 4 files, 4 files, 4 files. This one has 0 file, and then this one 4 files, 4 files. So what are we migrating? And let's check to see what we are migrating. So let me go back to the SharePoint sites. So we are migrating Adele, Alex, Joanna, and Ms, right? So I'm just going to check Adele, Alex, Joanna, and Ms. So this user's data will automatically be migrated to each of these folders in the SharePoint site called HR. So that's the sole aim of the video, right? So when I go back, I'll then click on copy drive to migration. Adele, Alex, Joanna, and Ms. So I'll just click on copy drive. Just use the default and then click on copy to extension. It has copied successfully. You can see here. I'll just click on go to drive migrations and then you can see them. All right. So now here is the catch. And it happens to be that there is a user that I do not need or that isn't part of this project. I'll just delete it, remove the user just to be sure. Adele, Alex, Joanna, and Ms. So these are the 4 users that I need for this project. Now, the source location is showing that yes, this is the user, but the destination location is taking us to the user's OneDrive instead of the SharePoint sites, HR. So that's where the trick is. So what do we have to do? We have to edit the destination location, right? So just click on it. This is the source and this is the destination. So under the destination, I'll just click on edit. Now you have the option for OneDrive, SharePoint. Because we are migrating to SharePoint, I'll just click on SharePoint. I'll then search for the SharePoint name, HR, which was the site I had initially created, and this is the SharePoint. I'll just click on HR. It's now going to populate a couple of libraries that the HR site has. So I'll just click on Google Drive Migration Document Library. When I click on it, it's going to show the different folders that have been created. So because I'm dealing with Adele, I'll just click on Adele, and I will now click on Save Path. It has saved the path to Adele, and then I will do the same for Alex. Edit, SharePoint, HR. Click on it. Click on the libraries. Alex, save path. It has saved. I'll do the same thing for Joanna. Edit, SharePoint, HR. Click on it. Google Drive, Joanna, save path. I'll do the same thing for Ms. Edit, SharePoint, HR. Click on it, Google Drive migration, and then Ms. I'll then click on save path. So that is what we need to do because you are moving the data to a SharePoint site that is not this user's OneDrive. But of course, for instance, if I have a SharePoint site, if I had a SharePoint site that I would like to move their data to different SharePoint sites, right? So if you come to the Microsoft SharePoint Admin Center, under Active Site, you can see there are a couple of sites. You also have a site called Communication Sites, right? So this is the root sites on this tenant. This is the root sites. However, This root site is automatically created whenever you provision a new tenant or whenever you provision your SharePoint admin center, right? So let's take for instance that I would like to move this data to my communication sites, and this is the name of my communication sites, right? So now let's assume that it is me that I would like to move the data to another site. I'll just click on edit, click on SharePoint, paste the name of the site. Let me see. Just hit yes. So if I click on it, it's going to load all the sites, right? Just click here to load all the sites that you have. So I'll just select the correct site I want to use, select the document library, and then I will save. So either way, you can either move all the data to one site, or you can move each of the users' data to different sites. So that's it's not gonna change anything, all right? So the next thing we are going to do basically is to check the map identities, right? So when you click on map identities, you will have to confirm or make sure that the domains are set to each other. So cloudinsights.io, and then the destination should make sure that the destination is also carrying the same domain, right? So it's still the same thing. I'll just save it. It doesn't still change because I already had it, okay? So now, okay, so that's all we need to do. And then we'll come back to the Google Drive migration. I will then select all the drives at the same time, and then I'll click on migrate. So I'll just select migrate drive. So you just have to give it a bit of time. It restarts the migration. It has already started the migration. So look at the migration status queued, right? Migration status has is showing queued. So this could take a couple of times, and this would take a couple of time. But the most important thing is for you to actually understand. Is actually for you to understand the logic behind all this migration. Okay, so let's just hold on. I'm going to have to pause this video. Once I've paused the video, I will come back again for further discussion. All right. So in the interim, I'll just proceed to pause the video, and then I will come back again. All right. Okay, just to bring us an update. So after it has this migration status showed queued, the next thing it was gonna show was finalizing. This was after the migration has been completed, right? You can see filtered 0, migration failed 0, total file copies 16, right? 16 files. So it happens to be that let us see. So we're just going to check the files in question, and then we would know what to do. So now 1, 2, 3, 4. So it happens to be that each Google Drive account, I decided to upload just 4 files for each Google Drive account. So 4, 8, 12, 16. So total file copied 16, 0, 0, and this is the total size. Okay, so you can see Adele has completed the migration, Alex has completed the migration, Ms has completed the migration, so we just left with Joanna. But at this point in time, the migration has already been completed. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is to navigate to the respective SharePoint sites, and then to confirm that indeed these data have been successfully migrated. So now Joanna has now changed to completed. So let's get straight into it. This is the SharePoint site HR. So when you refresh, you would notice modify 3 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. That is to show that there was an activity that went on inside these folders. So when I click on Adele, you can see. So these are the files, right? These are the files that was migrated. Click on Alex. These are the files. If you click on Joanna, these are the files. If you click on Ms, these are the files. And of course, these files can still be open. When you click on it, the files will still open. Okay? So this is how, let's just wait for it to load. Okay, you can see the file still open, right? So I'll just click on close. I'll just close it. So this shows that this file has now been migrated from Google Drive to SharePoint site. So this is how you can actually carry out a migration successfully from Google Drive to SharePoint site. All right. So I hope this has been very, very informative. And then thank you very much for watching. And I look forward to actually sharing more insights with us. Thanks very much. And bye bye for now.